Heathlands.
And welcome to day 2 of our extended service.
And coming up today,
in a few minutes, we will have Sign of the Day with Nick.
they're back to us in the studio with the story.
At 11, we will have Nick back with one of his workouts live from the Orange Bubble.
And 1 p.m, Jeff will be live with music for relaxation.
And at 1:30, live from Heathlands Kitchen, Jackie will be making an easy peasy Christmas cake.
Then this evening at 4:30, we have Mark and Spiff giving you an introduction to Heathlands clubs.
Before we go over to Nick's Side of the Day, here are a few clips of people in the Purple Bubble and what they've been getting up to lately.
Hi Mark, how are you?
I'm doing alright, thanks.
Excellent. Now, over the past few weeks, you've been making some beautiful poppy brooches, and I think you've got one you can just maybe hold up for us there to have a little look at. Fantastic. And remind us why you've been making poppy brooches.
Basically, I've been making the poppy brooches because usually we go down to Asda to help sell poppies there. But obviously, because of COVID and that, we haven't been able to do it this year. So, to make up for it, I have been making poppies like this one for the past few weeks. And I feel that the support for it has been overwhelmingly positive, not just here, but on Facebook as well.
That's brilliant. So you've been making these beautiful brooches and you've been selling them, because I can see you also have a jar that is absolutely stuffed full of money there. And if we just have a look, we can see we've got the Poppy Appeal label. So I think now is the moment, Mark, for the grand reveal, and you're going to tell us how much you've raised from the Poppy Appeal. So drum roll, please.
£75.20.
Wow, that is absolutely brilliant. That is such an impressive amount and such an impressive effort on your part. So very well done, Mark. Congratulations. And I look forward to seeing what you do next. Well done.
Thank you.
Hi, Emma. How are you today?
Fine.
Excellent. Now I can see that you've brought a couple of the things that you've been working on to show us. Which would you like to talk about first?
Surely my purple monster.
Fantastic. I'm really pleased you've chosen that first, because this really is an amazing beast. So can you tell us what it's made of to start with?
And bits of ribbon for its hair, and then there's buttons for its eyes.
It's absolutely
And
fantastic.
sewn it all together.
Brilliant. And did you sew it all by hand?
Yes. and stuffed it.
Fantastic. And stuffed it. Can you hold it up for us so we can get an idea of what it looks like from all angles? Absolutely beautiful creation. And what inspired you to make this, Emma?
It's one of my favourite colours, and I like monsters.
That seems like a really good starting point. It's definitely my favourite colours as well. Absolutely beautiful. Really, really cool. And what did you say the character was called?
Shirley.
Shirley. That's absolutely brilliant. Fantastic. So as well as Shirley, you've brought in a really beautiful cross-stitch picture.
Embroidery cross-stitch picture, which took us quite a while to do because it's all tiny little crosses.
It's absolutely beautifully worked. Really lovely colours. And did you make that one from a pattern, Emma?
There was a pattern that was at home, but I've sort of adapted it to be my own in a way as well.
Yeah, so you had a pattern as a starting point and then you've made some changes to make it more you.
Yes.
Absolutely
So
brilliant.
I thought if I change it slightly, it just makes it a bit more me, because I was running out of certain coloured bits of thread, so I adapted it with some of my own thread I had at home.
Excellent, so it was a good way of using things up as well. That's really, really cool. So you've been doing all sorts of things in the purple bubble, Emma, haven't you?
Yeah.
Do you want to tell us a couple of the other things you've made?
I've made a little teddy bear,
Lovely.
and then there's like quite a few cushions that I've made.
Yeah, I'm going to call you the cushion queen because I'm sure that every week when I come in there's a new cushion on the go. You've been doing some fabulous work. Absolutely brilliant. And this morning we've been having a go with clay, haven't we?
And I've got like other embroidery pictures at home that I've done.
Excellent. I bet you're running out of space to display everything at home, are you?
Most of them are displayed on my bedroom wall.
Excellent. You've got your own private gallery. That's brilliant.
And then there's other bits I just have around my bedroom.
Yeah. Well, thank you so...
I've been knitting certain things at home, which I've only sort of learnt recently. And
so that's a
done
new
bit of
craft for you.
crochet as well.
Brilliant. So you're very productive.
But I find it hard to get the crochet to be loose at the minute.
It just takes practice, doesn't it? Practice makes perfect. Absolutely brilliant. Well, thank you so much for bringing Shirley and your cross stitch in. It's really lovely to see what you've been up to, Emma, and to hear what you've been doing. So we'll sign off now and happy creating. Do you want to give us a wave? Brilliant. Hello, Emma. How are you today?
All right.
Now, I think you've got some bits and pieces that you've been working on recently, haven't you, that you'd like to tell us about? Is that right?
Yes.
Excellent. What are you going to show us first, Emma?
The 3 owls.
Your 3 owls. Okay. So tell us about your 3 owls, Emma.
A little sister got me it for my birthday. And I started it every other week. And this that one I've nearly finished. And this is a pattern picture.
Yeah.
And that's the 3 owls together.
So that's what it'll look like when it's finished.
Yeah.
Lovely.
And then,
And just before you move on to the next one, is that in cross stitch?
yeah.
Excellent. And is that another cross stitch owl you've got to show us?
Yes.
Let's get a nice close up. Beautiful stitching on that, Emma. Can you tell us a little bit about this one?
That's pink owl with a little frame all around it.
Yeah.
And then there's a knit and stitch unicorn.
A unicorn. Okay, show us the unicorn. Excellent. So is this a latch hook?
Yeah.
Yeah. And have you got a picture of what it'll look like when it's finished?
Yeah. Yeah.
Excellent. And I can see you've been marking off on the chart the ones that you've done. Is that right?
Yeah.
So is that how you keep track of where you're up to? Excellent. So can you tell us, have you been enjoying working on these, Emma?
Yes, I've really been enjoying it.
Excellent. Do you have a favourite one?
3 owls.
The 3 owls. Lovely. Well, thank you very much for showing those, Emma. Absolutely beautiful work. And we'll let you crack on. Well done.
Yeah.
You going to say goodbye to us?
Well done, Purple Bubble.
And now, without further delay,
Sign of the day.
And welcome to Sign of the Day. I've got with me a friendly little chap today. His name is Arctic. Arctic, the polar bear. So his name is Arctic. His name is Arctic. Arctic, so that's an A for Arctic. And he's a polar, so we do a P for polar. And also we do a bear, so we're kind of doing a grizzly sign, so we're getting our claws and we're kind of like scraping our chest like this. So it's Arctic, the polar bear. So Arctic, how you doing? So the polar bear, so he's a very small polar bear, aren't you? Very small, very small. But most polar bears, most polar bears, they're very big. They're very big. They're big. They're the biggest bear. They're the biggest bear. They're big. They're big that way, and they're also big in height, really tall, big this way, and also they're very heavy. So this one's heavy. So I'm going to do those again. So this is big. You put your hands out like this. Big, big. This is tall. Tall, and this one's heavy. So polar bears, yeah, these bears are very big. So what do you do then? Where do you live then? Where do you live? So Arctic, he lives in Norway. So I'm going to give you Norway next. So to do Norway, you need to know how to do nut. So nut is like that. So it's two fingers, but we don't do this. What we do is we make a mountain sign, so we do this. So it's two fingers and we do kind of draw ourselves a mountain, it's like a zigzag line. There's our mountain with our two fingers, because in Norway there's lots of mountains. So he lives in Norway. He lives, so we kind of cup our hands, put it on our chest, he lives, this is me, he lives in Norway. In Norway. Where's Norway then? Alright. So it's from England. So England's this one. England. So we've got two fingers and we brush them like that. In England, it's north of England. North. So if you wanted to do north, so you do north, and this one would be east, and this one would be south, and this one would be west. But we're going north. We're going north to Norway. Norway. Oh, what's it like in Norway then? Oh, it's very icy. Icy, and it's snowing as well. Icy and snowing. So there can't be much to eat there. What's there to eat in Norway then? Well, Arctic says he can eat seals. So I'm going to give you seals now. So seals is just doing this. It's kind of like the flippers and you're going back like this. So he eats seals. Eats seals. So how do you get the seal then? How do you get the seal? Okay then. So he sits down by a big hole. So it's like a hole like this. You put your finger in like that, there's a big hole there, you put it in there. So he sits down by a big hole in the ice and he waits. And then the seal comes up and he eats it. Don't you? Oh, he eats it. All right, okay. So do you like it fried or cooked? Do you like it fried or cooked? No, he likes it uncooked. Uncooked. Yeah. Raw seal. Uncooked. Oh dear. So, we'll give you those again. Fried is you put your hands together like this. So you've kind of got your hand on a frying pan and he's shaking it like that. You've also got baked, which is like you put in a baking tray into the oven like that. So that's baked or cooked. And if you want to say uncooked, you go, no, it's not cooked. It's not cooked. So you're putting your hand, anything not is like you're going, no, it's not cooked. So those are quite a few signs for you today. I'll try and go through them again. So we've got bear, which is bear. So he's a big bear. So he's big in that way, and he's tall, and he's heavy. He's not that big, he's a small bear, but all the other bears, if you got a polar bear in the wild, they'd be big, and they'd be tall, and they would be heavy. Also, he likes to eat seals, seals, and he doesn't like them cooked or fried. And he comes from Norway, so 2 fingers up again, and you draw the mountains, so it's like big kind of triangular mountains. Norway, and also, he comes from the north. He comes from the north of Norway, and we live in England. He lives in Norway. Lives in Norway. He lives in Norway. I live in well, I don't actually. I live in Scotland, but you guys would be living in England, and I live in Scotland. There we go. All those. Anyway, try to give you a few signs there of the day. So we've got a sign video for you to watch. This is a music one, and it's a flight song. It's a really good song. It's quite a fast one, so you can learn some new signs. So it's called Flight Song. So you can look at the comment section below, and you can press on it, and you can sing along and sign along to Flight Song. So it's lovely to see everybody. I will be with you tomorrow for more exercise to music. Maybe it'll actually come out on Wednesday, so I'll see you today then in that case. So it's lovely to see you, and for me and Arctic, A is Arctic A, we'll see you next week for more Sign of the Day. See you, Heathlands.
Thank you, Nick, for another brilliant sign of the day.
And now it's time for a story read by our one and only Mark Greener. Although there won't be much sound effects, but I will give you one last ee-haw, and now over to you, Mark, with Oi Frog.
Oi, frog, sit on a log, said the cat.
But I don't want to sit on a log, said the frog. Logs are all knobbly and uncomfortable, and they can give you splinters in your bottom.
I don't care, said the cat. You're a frog, so you must sit on a log.
Why, can I sit on a mat? Asked the frog.
Only cats sit on mats, said the cat.
What about a chair, said the frog. I wouldn't mind sitting on a chair.
Hares sit on chairs, said the cat.
Perhaps I could sit on a stool, said the frog.
Mules sit on stools, said the cat.
What about a sofa, said the frog. I could stretch right out on a sofa.
Gophers sit on sofas, said the cat. It's very simple, really. Cats sit on mats, hares sit on chairs, mules sit on stools, gophers sit on sofas, and frogs sit on logs.
What do lions sit on? Asked the frog.
Lions sit on irons, said the cat.
Ouch, said the frog. What do parrots sit on?
Parrots sit on carrots, said the cat. Lions sit on irons, and parrots sit on carrots.
Doesn't sound very comfortable, said the frog.
It's not about being comfortable, said the cat. It's about doing the right thing.
What do foxes sit on? Asked the frog.
Foxes sit on boxes, said the cat. Foxes sit on boxes, and fleas sit on peas.
What do goats sit on? Asked the frog.
Goats sit on coats, said the cat. Goats sit on coats, cows sit on ploughs, and storks sit on forks.
What do gorillas sit on? Asked the frog.
Gorillas sit on pillars, said the cat. Gorillas sit on pillars. Rats sit on hats, weasels sit on easels, and moles sit on poles.
What do seals sit on? Asked the frog.
Don't you know anything? Said the cat. Seals sit on wheels, doves sit on gloves, newts sit on flutes, lizards sit on wizards, and apes sit on grapes.
What about puffins? Asked the frog.
Puffins sit on muffins, said the cat. Puffins sit on muffins, snakes sit on cakes, owls sit on towels, gibbons sit on ribbons, lambs sit on jams, bees sit on keys, and pumas sit on satsumas.
Well, I never knew that, said the frog.
Well, you do know now, said the cat.
What do dogs sit on? Asked the frog.
I was hoping you weren't going to ask that, said the cat.
Help!
And there you have it.
With Oi Frog, with Mark Greener, and me, Sarah Farm, and I hope you enjoyed the live session that we had this morning. And we'll see you again soon. Bye.
Bye.